Join us for an enlightening experience where you will gain a deeper understanding of the purpose and essence of opening your eyes. This is your chance to enhance self-awareness and personal growth with a shift in perception that provides a fresh outlook on life. Embrace the journey from consciousness to superconsciousness by Baret, Tounian.
Here we are again, and we have a beautiful soul brother, Rick Jewers, in our bioactivation studio. Welcome, brother. It's an honor, pleasure to have you here. Beautiful to see you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro. Yes. There's always a slight delay, but we can live with that, I think. Brother Rick, about 6 days ago, it's like 31st of August, you put a fantastic script on social media, Facebook. I'd like to cover that with our prospective viewers, if I may. Before we get into that, let's put the title for our show this evening, which is The Dawn of a New Reality, Exploring Spiritual Awakening and Pleiadian Contact. So I'm really, really honored and excited to cover that with you, Brother Rick. Now, we have here, right, here we are. This is what you actually put about 6 days ago, brother, just for our viewers. I will just read it. So, as we continue to merge into the solar plexus process, the morality of the heart is restored predominantly in the second and third waves of consciousness expansion, in alignment with the planetary ascension. This involves a higher discernment of the heart that takes many beyond the previous moral corruption to understand and feel that it is not moral to accept or condemn any suffering perpetrated upon humanity. This advancement is directly reflected in reality, causing a more rapid evolutionary effect, with more individuals taking their own reins of empowerment and joining the first ascending wave in the consciousness co-creation of heaven on earth for all. This more readily dissolves the codependency narratives and places more control of reality into the hands of the true light, the heavenly combined delegation. The divine plan is not to plunge reality into fear, but rather to ensure a consistent progression into conscious self-realization and adherence, which is an upward assimilation of reality. Harmony rather than chaos is the dominant universal force, amplified through the advances of the heart space into purified morality. The majority of planetary trust among human souls has already shifted away from the old power structures and attributes, and they are ready for the rapid transition into the new choice of reality. Fear instruments are not required. The advancement of consciousness on Earth over the next few months will be equivalent to 4 years of linear consciousness evolution. Pleiadian first contact is possible around the time of the next solar eclipse for Earth. Well, that is much welcome, brother. Much welcome. I was gonna, if you're comfortable, which I think you are, we can get straight into the question Q&A, lovely brother. We've put together 5 main questions, and we can start with the first one here. Right. Can you explain the significance of the solar plexus process in the context of humanity's spiritual evolution and how it relates to planetary ascension? So that's our first question.
Yeah, thank you, Barrett. Well, to begin with this, we are in the time of the ascension, and we can basically say that what the ascension is for the entire planet, for Earth, Terra, Gaia, if you will, in that order. What this is to take humanity into a place of civility. So, what we have currently upon the planet now with the capitalistic system, if you will, it creates wealth disparity and classes, but most importantly, it creates the biggest class of the lower class, which is the poverty class and ones in great lack. And this leads to great suffering worldwide. So with the solar plexus process, what's occurring is it's awakening the heart to more of the morality and to understand that the way things are is not acceptable and it has to change. And all of this is divinely orchestrated that it does, that ones no longer accept the way it is, and it has to be changed now. And with this would not be occurring if it was not divinely orchestrated and enhanced upon Earth right at this time, upon Gaia. So having said this, this is a rapid progression in the spiritual development of many. And once again, it's a misconception for one to think that the masses have to be awake. You only need a certain number to steer and lead reality. And this is what we're doing with this. However, it's a process of discipline and change and reprogramming self to no longer accept things that are not moral. And when you look at the world, if you will, for the most part now, with the masses, they are morally corrupt. They do not know it's wrong to deprive one of food or to make one make money to get food. These things are not acceptable. And what I'm doing is keeping it, to the lowest, easy to understand what's occurring. So to keep it simple, there has been divine intervention upon the planet since 2012, and this is the Great Awakening, and nothing stops it. So what we're doing is weeding the wheat from the chaff, if you will, and all of the human souls go forward, and it's no longer accepted anything lesser than harmony and civility in this current world the way it is. It does not go forward like this. So, and it's divinely set up. So as each one goes, I'm looking at the question here. So what this does, it expedites also the change upon the earth at this time. The more you have becoming divinely purified and empowered, the more energetic influence they have on reality as a whole, because they are also a divine delegation. So you are a divine delegate. I am as well. And the more that we put out and speak this truth, it ripples through this dimension, through this reality, and it changes things. And it is truth and divine virtue, if you will, is the most powerful force, meaning that all density, all darkness, all evil must kneel before it and must comply with it. And this is what's occurring as more begin to realize, as they come into this energetic purification, they begin to realize that they must stand, so that they are not codependent on imaginary figures doing something for them. As one of the adages says, We are the ones. Don't look for someone else to do it. It is us, and you got to play that role, and you have to play it now, to keep it simple.
That's great, Paul. That's great. Thank you. On to the next question. How does the morality of the heart help people recognize and reject unnecessary suffering in the world around them?
Excellent question. Well, what occurs with the sacral process that came just prior to the solar plexus process? It is a process of letting go of different beliefs and changing the perspective. So, as this process was playing out, and unbeknownst to many, their perspectives began to change in their consciousness. And with this, what will occur, as an example, one's conscience will not allow them to participate into anything that is immoral or that inflicts harm upon another. So this is a very rapid transitioning period, meaning that, let's say, in the old, if you had a tax collector that was harassing someone, but that tax collector, if they are a soul, they will not bother them anymore, if you will, just as a blatant, quick example for anyone to see. Because what's occurring is the consciousness is also changing, that knows what is morally right and what is not, and what to accept any longer. So with this, it is a very huge process that is occurring on an individual basis, but as a whole, as we get through it. So it's their inner knowing, what they are expanding and opening up in their consciousness as well. You know, in the past, they would look at something perhaps online, say, oh, well, that's just the way it is. But now, where their perspectives change, they can see it from a different perspective and say, this is not right. I cannot support this any longer. Again, to keep it simple. So, yes, people are changing, souls are changing very rapidly. How many, I cannot give you the numbers of how many it is, but what I can say, with every one, it makes an incredible difference upon reality, because with this process comes the co-creator abilities to effect and influence reality beyond anything known yet to humanity. And then this goes back to why I say it's a misconception for everyone to think that the masses need to be awake. It's actually just a small number, and it's actually about 6,000 higher consciousness ones united as one does it. And what it does, it either transitions reality quick, very rapidly, or it creates a flash for a new reality. So either way, it's a win-win for the light. And as we say, the light has already won. We're just playing it out here. And, you know, many are tired with this mission that we've been doing, but we're getting very close to getting it done. And nothing stops this. This is the divine mission upon the planet, and everything has to kneel to the omnipotence of Mother and Father, Prime Creator. So there is no choice by the darkness, if you will, the remnants, but to kneel down, surrender, and fade away. They will throw some wrenches in and futilely fight, because it's all they got left to do. But it doesn't matter. Every time they throw a wrench into something, it awakens more of the light. So it actually has the adverse effect on the darkness. And the remnants of darkness, if they sit idle and do nothing, the mass is still organically awake. So what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. The darkness, the remnants have lost. Yeah.
Fantastic, my lovely brother. So to the third question, if we may. Right. How do you see the empowerment of individuals in the second and third waves contributing to the co-creation of a heaven on earth?
Thank you. A very important question for this time and a very powerful one. What I need to say, when we look at the first, when we use the identity label of the first wavers of the ascension, those are typically the pioneers, and they were few in number, and they had certain roles, what to do. They were planted in all areas of the old system, in government, everywhere, to collect all of the information to bring the system, current system, down. So having said that, these ones were the first waivers, were all equipped with the full knowledge that the entire system was evil and to know the nefarious tactics and what have you. The subsequent second and third waves are bigger denominations of the ascending waves. And what this does, because of their bigger numbers, they have an exponential effect on progressing the ascension and the timelines forward. So as they also go, as they're going through their process of divine discernment in with their sacral release process and letting go of lesser and hindering beliefs and the illusions that have kept them complacent, as they know they must stand, they emerge into the solar plexus process, and they began to stand shoulder to shoulder. So you'll see the light numbers that are out there on the front lines getting bigger and bigger, and exponentially going back to, as I said, we only need about 6,000. It can create shifts in reality very rapidly. So this, it's very divinely powerful what's occurring.
Fantastic, brother. Well, we've got two more questions, and I just thought, should we have a little commercial break? Because my son and I, we put this beautiful GPMS intro. I'd just like to share it with our brothers and sisters out there. It's about a minute long. Here goes. Imagine a world where every person is a shareholder of Earth's resources, where poverty and debt no longer exist. The Global People's Monetary System, or GPMS, is a new vision for humanity. It aims to replace the current economic system with a global model based on abundance and equality. With GPMS, every person has the right to a free home, endless access to money, and the freedom to live without the burdens of taxes, debt, and wage slavery. To make this vision a reality, GPMS is calling on people worldwide to unite, give their consent, and become a part of the change. Join the movement today and help create a world of prosperity for all. Visit gpms.world to learn more and give your consent. Well, brother, how did you feel the energy with that? Your blessings?
That was amazing and perfect, and what a powerful 1 minute message, yes, to get to the people. Beautiful job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Right, we'll go to our fourth question, which is just coming up now. Right. What impact do you believe the rapid consciousness advancement over the next few months will have on humanity's collective reality?
Well, this, again, is another excellent question. let's say in the least, it is going to have a considerable impact, and it already is having it. If one is to look worldwide, again, you can see the restriction or the compressive compression that is occurring. And you know what this is doing is many are no longer taking and going with the status quo worldwide. So you're seeing civil unrest everywhere, all around the earth. So, having said this, this is part of the sacral process, is connected into this with individuals as well as the solar plexus, as more and more standing. And if you will, to my knowledge, the protesters are, let's say, getting more and more, and it's getting bigger. But also with this, they're knowing how to be more productive in doing their ingenuity is divine ingenuity is beginning to, let's say, be more available to them, that they know they need to do other things, that for example, it's not having the effect to protest because it's aggression. So they are more or less coming into alignment and realization that it's not the way. So could you put the question back up again for a moment, please? Yeah. So over the next few months, it is having a considerable impact. How much, I do not know, but it has always been with the divine plan that humanity now has a choice to choose the simple solution or to keep fighting the old. Now, there are some unknown variables with that. Ideally, the more that choose the divine solution, then what this does as an overall energy, it more peacefully assimilates reality, and thus there's much less chaos. But again, there are a few unknown contributing factors in there that are variable, and it's kind of difficult to determine with exactitude what will occur. But nevertheless, with that nearsightedness, with the farsightedness, you know, it's part of the process that eventually leads to the heaven on earth scenario. So yes, over the next few months is very, very important as you begin to see more be into the higher consciousness as well. And you'll see this with the prominent leaders that were out there for the other waves of awakening. I'm already seeing it by observing it, how their demeanor, their conscious presentation is changing. And what I wish to say, they're right at the threshold, ready to break through to see GPMS and to simply know what it is, the divine plan. But I'm very grateful to see that what they are speaking about to their followers is leading them up very quickly for the heaven on earth. So with the choice. So, you know, with this is what I'm given. The last thing I received from Father Prime Creator was an actual date of November 15th this year, 2024, that it's very possible we will have GPMS implemented on Earth, the heaven on earth scenario. When you look at that, you know, that's only a few months away. But also when you think about it, some major things must occur. But again, in the blink of an eye, when you look at the absolute solution of what GPMS is, and for it to go viral, right, even from this point, it could be achieved in a month. And this is the absolute power, because it is a majority treaty that is being comprised through the individual ratification of each one that puts their agreement, their consent with it. So this is something that is fully concrete. It cannot be broken by any of the artificial laws or what have you. And, it's done under the simple logical premise that a majority rules. But when you have all of those majority autographs, if you will, and support in one place, it's a concrete, valid, lawful treaty. So nothing can stop it. It's just the time, it takes to get there. That's where we're at.
Fantastic, brother. Last and final question. Here goes. Could you elaborate on the potential for Pleiadian contact during the next solar eclipse and its significance in the broader spiritual journey of humanity?
All right. What I wish to say, it's the next partial solar eclipse, which occurs on, I believe, March 29th of 2025. Now, there is an annular solar eclipse that occurs on October the 2nd, but it's not that one. So I need to make this clear, and I did. It is the partial one that occurs on March 29th, 2024. And with this is what I was given, just before I put that out. It's what I was given, and it's very, very, very possible. And, it's not such a far-fetched thing at all, because we knew it's going to happen, and we know it's going to happen at some point. And also, if you look at it, when I said that it's possible that GPMS will be implemented on November 15th, well, what that does energetically, it raises the entire vibration of the earth. And what this does, it also allows for interaction with the multi-dimensional beings, even in the physical form. See, upon the earth at this time, the way that, let's say, the darkness was able to control things is with their current system. It's all designed to keep creating animosity, competition, greed, separation, and stress and anxiety. But these are all negative energetic attributes that gets deposited in your energetic environment. So what GPMS does, it takes all of that stress away. So then all of humanity is no longer populating the energetic environment with all that stress and negativity. And then it raises the dimensional bar upon Earth that makes first contact, yes, ready to be done. So when you look at it and analyze it this way, and any ascension guides or spiritual teachers or metaphysical teachers, very quickly they can see that this makes absolute sense, and they also can see why it's very possible. So it's not, again, such a far-fetched thing, because when you look at what with metaphysics and everything upon Earth, you have already been ready for this. It's coming, and it could be this soon. Could even be before that.
Fantastic, brother. I can feel the impact of the thunder now. I've got this feeling that any minute now we could have a power cut. But just to wrap up, brother, I mean, I'll do you want to say anything just to end the show on a particular note? I'll get you to.
Did we get to the last question?
Yeah, I mean, I can share that again. So it was like, could you elaborate on the potential for the Pleiadian contact during the next solar eclipse, its significance in the broader spiritual journey of humanity. So that was the final.
And thank you for bringing that back up, because there's a lot of abstract knowledge without the proof yet, if you will, for the spiritual community to any extent upon Earth, that there's a lot of new technology that is also coming. So again, humanity has to be disciplined and prepared to use this new technology. There cannot be any nefarious or evil ones in the reality with this. So what's occurring is, everyone's being purified to be put up in this reality where the negative dark ones cannot go at all. And then it's here where all your new technologies are released. Your first contact comes in, and because then right at this time, again, simply, Earth as it is a savage environment, and it's the lower vibrational density that you cannot have the good things in it. So once we change it, then all good things are possible.
Absolutely, Brother Rick. Well, it's been
this is what we're doing.
Yeah, beautiful, brother. Really thoroughly enjoyed your company once again, and look forward to another connection sooner than later. I'm just a little bit nervous, if I may just share my feeling. It's getting worse, and I'm feeling now the rain is just pouring. So maybe we just wrap it up for today. But sending you lots of love from
big love, brother. Love, light, gratitude, and we got another one coming up. We'll do, in a few days or a week when you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. Look forward. Much love to Fenka and to Romania and to the rest of the world.
Love and light and gratitude to all worldwide.
Thank you, Ron.
Bioactivator would like to thank you for your kind support and donations. Through Baret Tounian's guardianship of this platform, his activation of truth harmonizes, neutralizes, and unblocks the meridians that connect, balance, and purify all that comes in contact. Do no harm is the key that fully opens the heart's voice to be in the union of the I Am presence, and will represent every living organism on the planet whose voice would otherwise not be heard. Remember, the truth will set you free. Do no harm, cause no loss, and do not impose upon the freedom of others. Love, light, and